Hello guys, welcome to the wireless LAN video series on securitytube.net. In this video we are going to talk more about the connection handshake in Wi-Fi, and basically we will concentrate on Wi-Fi state machine. Before going into details, first talk about the jargons which are used in wireless domain. First is the AP or access point. The access point is the device to which your laptop or PDA like device gets connected to share the network resources. Second is client or station. Examples of client or stations is laptop or PDA like device. This device actually gets connected with access point to get the network resources. Third is SSID or service set identifier. Service set identifier is the unique identity of that Wi-Fi network. So the simple example of SSID will be Google Wi-Fi. So Google Wi-Fi is the identity of the Wi-Fi network or wireless network provided by the Google. Similarly, when you scan the wireless environment, you will be able to see number of SSIDs. Actually, client gets connected with the SSID. SSID is the abstraction provided by the AP to get connected. Next is WEP or wired equivalent privacy. This is one of the encryption methods supported by IEEE 802.11 standard. Unfortunately, it is broken and web keys can be easily cracked. So in recent amendments, IEEE has actually come up with WPA and WPA2 standards which are more secure than web. Next is infrastructure and ad hoc modes. Now in wireless domain there are two types of modes possible. First is infrastructure mode. In infrastructure mode, client or station actually gets connected to the access point, and after getting connected with the access point, it can share any layer 3 packets. Second type of connection is the ad hoc connection. In case of ad hoc connection, two laptops or two stations actually get connected with each other to share the resources. Next important thing is authentication. Authentication is the method by which the authenticator finds out the genuineness or the trueness of the authenticating device. Next is association. Association is the last state in the state machine of 802.11 wireless LAN. In associated state, client and AP can exchange layer 3 packets. Next is MAC address. MAC address is media access control address. This is the unique identifier of every network device card. So every station will have its own MAC address. Next is IP address. IP address is the layer 3 identity of the station or access point or any host. This is the same definition as in Ethernet or in any other networking standard. Next is TKIP or CCMP or AES. These are the advanced encryption methods which are supported by IEEE 802.11. Let's not discuss more about these encryption methods in this video. Let's concentrate on state machine first. So before going into detail about state machine, everyone will be having these questions in mind. What all I should know for getting connected with the AP? Do I have to know the MAC address of the AP? Do I have to know the SSID of the AP? Shall I also have to know IP address of the AP? What about gateway and all? What all information is required for getting connected? Next is how station come to know about existence of an AP? Or at some retail shop there is a hotspot, but how my client or how my laptop will come to know whether the hotspot is actually existing or not? How station and AP will negotiate the capabilities? Currently my laptop is supporting 802.11n, but how I will come to know whether the APs which are around me are also supporting 11n? Can AP check the credentials of station and vice versa? Now I have a AP. I don't want any external laptops to be connected with my access point. Can I do something? Does all these things are happening at layer 2 or layer 3? Since my AP is connected to Ethernet jack, does Ethernet and wireless frames share the same structure? Does Ethernet frames and wireless frames are same? I will try to answer all these questions in this video. Now first see the state machine of wireless IEEE 802.11. Now IEEE 802.11 has divided the states into three categories. Every station will start with state 1 as unauthenticated and unassociated. Every station will maintain two variables. First is authentication and second is association variable. And it will start with unauthenticated and unassociated. In state 1, any station can accept only class 1 frames. And you will ask, what are class 1 frames? I will tell in detail as the time comes. But currently the examples of class 1 frames are like beacons or probe request or probe response or authentication request or deauthentication. All these frames are class 1 frames. Now there is only one way that station can go from state 1 to state 2, and that is the successful authentication. You cannot go from state 1 to any other state, you have to go to state 2, and that with successful authentication. So there are some packets which are getting exchanged between station and AP so that the station can have the successful authentication and it can go to state 2. The state 2 station can accept class 1 as well as class 2 frames. So which are the class 2 additional frames? These are the association request and deassociation request or disassociation request. Now from state 2, station can either go to state 1 or it can go to state 3. If it wants to go to state 3, it should have successful authentication as well as successful association. Now if some packet exchange takes place between station and AP so that the station is successfully associated, it will go to authenticated and associated state, which is state 3. Now state 3 station can either directly go to state 1 or it can go to state 2. If it wants to go to state 1, then it should get a deauthentication notification, and for going to state 2, it should get disassociation notification. Now deauthentication indeed replies disassociation as well. So with deauthentication message, the station will directly go to state 1. That's all about this state machine. In state 3, station can accept class 1, 2 as well as class 3 frames. And which are all extra class 3 frames? Class 3 frames are all data frames and all other protocol frames. Here I have just explained the state machine, yet I have to explain what exactly the packets are getting exchanged between client and AP for getting associated. Next video I'll be explaining how exactly association takes place, which exact packets are getting exchanged between station and AP to reach to state 3 from state 1, and how exactly the data transfer happens between station and AP. Thank you for this video.